This is Eyewitness News. Now, with Western New York's #1 newscast, here with Mary McCombs is Irv Weinstein.
What you're seeing is a tornado that struck with terrifying force late today, hitting Garcia's restaurant and the Holiday Showcase restaurant in the Holiday 6 movie complex on Union Road in Cheektowaga. This video, shot by amateur photographer Bill O'Connor, shows the twister literally sucking the restaurants into its vortex. We have reports of roofs on homes ripped off and cars overturned on roadways. But miraculously, there are apparently no serious injuries.
Eyewitness newsman Carl Brown is with the Channel 7 Live Eye at Showcase Theaters in Cheektowaga. He has the latest for us. Carl?
Well, Mary, we've been on the scene ever since this tornado came down, and what you're about to see is going to tell you graphically more than anything I could say about just how devastating this thing was when it hit. We've got exclusive pictures inside the restaurant. This is damage that was taken inside the restaurant as that tornado came down, cutting an easterly path, taking the roof off of the restaurant with 25 people inside. These are pictures that you're seeing live from inside the restaurant as the tornado came down. Now, with me here to update us on the situation is Captain John Shaler with the Cheektowaga Police Department. John, what is the latest right now as far as the building is concerned? We know everybody got out and there were no injuries, but what happened?
Okay, right now we have a report of a small gas leak inside the building. We do have fire rescue people in there now attempting to remedy that situation. We don't feel that it's that bad of a situation, but they are working on that.
This gas leak now, there's no danger, no fires inside, nothing that could cause it to explode or anything like that?
At the present time, we don't believe so. There are fire people inside taking care of the situation, waiting the arrival of the gas company itself.
Okay, now, I know that one of your men was out here and actually saw this tornado as it was coming down.
Yes, he did.
We've got him here right now. He can talk to us.
He was the first officer on the scene when the weather disturbance came up, Officer Ryan.
Okay, Richard Ryan, you saw this tornado coming down. What did you do? And tell us what it looked like when it came in.
Well, it started off, I saw it forming on the would be the northwest side of the putt-putt across the street on Union. And it didn't touch down immediately. It stayed up in the air and appeared to be building up power for about 2 or 3 minutes. Then when it finally did come down and touch down, it stayed down on the other side of Union for about 3 minutes and finally crossed over here directly in the path of the Showcase.
You saw it hit the restaurant?
Saw it hit the restaurant and the putt-putt across the street. I was in the parking lot next to a restaurant right in back there at Garcia's.
Okay.
Broadcasting, advising our officers where it was touching down, where it was hitting at the time it happened.
Okay, thanks a lot. Bertha Rosati, you live behind the restaurant here, and you say you were in your home as this tornado was coming in. You told me earlier that it sounded
just like a train, exactly like the Wizard of Oz, that type of a situation. We saw debris flying around. We thought it was birds. There were too many things to be birds. They had a tinkling sound. It sounded like the glass. We heard all the glass flying. It was just awful. I don't ever want to see it again.
What did you do when you saw it coming in?
Well, we all kind of ran. We didn't know where to go first. We got in our car and we just took off. Everybody was running out of the neighborhood. We just ran. Everyone just ran.
Okay, Bertha, thank you very much for coming and talking to us. Now, as we said, there were 25 people inside this restaurant as the tornado came in. Lane Andrews,
right.
You were inside.
Yes, I was.
You told me earlier on Live at 5 that people were rushing to get downstairs and you were helping them. Tell us again how you did that and what happened inside. Describe what happened as this tornado was coming in.
Well, we looked across the street. We could hear a little bit of noise, but when we looked, it looked like it was a fire at first and a little debris burning up. But then we saw the tail. It seemed like a funnel-type tail. It was getting broader and broader and more intense, and all the debris that was flying was bigger and more intense. And it kept heading toward the restaurant. So the manager, knew about it because he saw it also. And I and Bob Cook and Bob Stevens yelled to the people to get out from away from the windows and let's get someplace safer where we can hide or get downstairs if there's a downstairs to it. So the manager was very beneficial about getting everybody directed in the right direction because we didn't know, Bob and I and the other fellow Bob didn't know which way to go other than through the place where they were doing the cooking because we didn't have any idea where the bottom of the restaurant was.
All right, let me ask Cecilia over here. Cecilia, now you were trying to get downstairs with these other people?
Yes.
Okay, you're Cecilia, and And you're Blanche Sturman, and Cecilia Durda. Both were trying to get downstairs. You were helping people get downstairs?
No, we weren't, because everybody was in front of us. We were the last ones going down.
Okay.
And I was on top of the stairs when the whole roof collapsed.
All right, now can you tell us what you saw when that happened? Were you actually downstairs trying to get down? You saw the roof come off?
No, I was on the top step when the roof came down. And Blanche was in front of me. And everybody was downstairs. Elaine was like between the both of us, trying to get us to go down. I'll tell you, this experience is something.
Now, what did you do once you were downstairs? No one was hurt down there. Describe the situation as the tornado went over. And was it calm? Were people frightened? Obviously, they were frightened.
Some people were excited.
But there was no panic.
No, there was no panic. No, they kept on telling us not to panic. Just go down the stairs.
Very helpful. They did everything real nice.
Yeah,
thanks to them.
Real good job.
We would have been probably not here talking to you.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Now, Bob Stevens, you were one of the people that were helping get these people downstairs. There were some people that couldn't go down on their own, right? What did you do? How did you get them down?
We tried to help them as best way we could. We had to push them a little bit to get them down.
Well, what exactly was the situation when you were helping them get down? Was there panic? Were people being cooperative? Can you describe to us what you did?
Yes, they were panicking a little bit.
We kept yelling to them to keep quiet.
And just keep moving. And just listen to everybody and just keep them moving as best they could.
And you actually saw the tornado coming in while you were doing this?
Yes.
Okay, Bob, I appreciate you coming in and talking to us about it. Well, Ann, as you can see, Mary and Herb, as you can see from here, the situation was pretty close to a disaster, but these people were able to get downstairs. Now, we understand that there were several homes along George Urban Boulevard that were also damaged when this tornado came through, cutting an easterly path, as we have mentioned. We have been from the situation and seen from Sky 7 what that devastation looked like. Tree limbs have been down. There were power lines that were knocked down. We also have reports about roofs of homes being taken off, and I don't know if these reports are confirmed or not, but a couple of homes actually were leveled when this tornado came in. The miraculous thing, from all this damage and all this destruction that we have seen, there were no injuries. People kept their calm, and they avoided what could have been a real disaster out here. Now, the situation right now is under control. There are emergency crews that are here, as we heard earlier from Captain Shaler saying they are going to shut the gas off. The area has been secured, and damage is being tallied up now. The area has been secured around Union Road and George Urban Boulevard. They are trying to assess the damage and, of course, get it cleared away to bring things back to normal, but it's going to be a while before we know the exact damage estimate and how exactly things are going to work out here. So that's the latest right now. We'll have an update for you as soon as we have more information with the Channel 7 Live Eye from you.